Carolina again, bringing you another story about the Helena flood. I'm here with Lauretta, and this is her property, and she's lived here for the past 7 years, and it's kind of a miracle, and we're going to talk about that, and Lauretta explain a little bit about it. She had built a little storage building back here to put stuff in, and it survived the flood somehow, and she's going to talk about that and the guy that built it and the blessing that he did on it coming up. But you can kind of see right here, this pile of debris that we see was wrapped around this tree. And she got some,
and that one.
Yeah, we see it. Well, I'm going to show you right here. You can see over here, and you can see from the pictures that she had before the flood of kind of what it looks like here. And it's kind of a mess right now, but it's coming back together. You got a little bit of help. Tell us about that.
Well, we did. Angels, they call themselves casually the Crazy Cajuns. They're from Louisiana and Texas. And they showed up out of the blue. Jeff, the guy I met first, his aunt is a nurse with the Polk County Schools, and she said, why don't you head up to Saluda? And they did, looking for a project, and I'm lucky that they chose me. They spent 2 days out here. They all worked together at Chenier LG in Cameron, Louisiana, and they were amazing. They come 2 machines, chainsaws, shovels, and big hearts.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that we've been seeing in this, people coming from all over helping, and Americans helping Americans, and people coming from other states and coming, and I'm sure that you was glad to see them. And
I was. I mean, we were hiking in every day to check on things, and they worked out access, even had a couple loads of crush and run brought in so we could safely get in and out and bring their trucks in and their machines, and they just worked magic for 2 full days. And you know, then you can actually get in and assess what's going on. Power's back on, the dehumidifiers are running in the basement, and we'll see what that brings. But my she shed's still there, and got a mess to clean up out of that, as you saw. But everything takes time. And the river's amazing. The river's gonna do what it does. These trees, Hemingway they've been there long before us. When I left, I said, you know, Hemingway helped hold the house, and he did. He did. He's still there, and Poe and Dickinson are still here, and they took some abuse with all the stuff that was piled up on them.
Absolutely.
But they're still standing. I'd have been standing in the river right here. So, tells you how it shifted. It split, and it shifted over, because that was all trees all across there. We have no trees left over there.
That road was probably all washed out. I can see they've rebuilt that road, so it probably was.
Yeah, it was undercut a lot.
Undercut.
Yeah, but yeah, right there.
So you was telling me about that just a few minutes ago, about you had a prayer rock right there that was a good sized rock. That's gone now.
It's gone. It's gone. It was at the base of Poe here. It was a big rock, and it had kind of this natural seat in it, and you could come up around Poe, sit there, had just the coolest sitting spot on it, and you were at the river. The water was right here. So everything's different. It brought in a good 4 feet of sand, all this new sand. So we'll put some rye on it and try to hold it. I don't know what that'll do exactly, but we'll give it a whirl. So, but the river's full of surprises.
So your house got flooding in the basement, but the top part didn't get any water, so we can kind of see as we walk around here. We'll go over here and look at the water level, how it came up on the what you call your she shed. And
well, and apparently the Pearsons knew what they were doing, so all 4 homes here on this road are still standing. Each home was built by the Pearson family, and there's the one there, and then mine's second, and there are 2 more past me, and the homes are still good.
Yeah, apparently they did a good job of keeping it up high enough from the creek.
Right.
But then you built this. I'm sure you kind of was worried when you built this that there would be some flood issues, because it's built extremely well for the foundation, and that's kind of the thing that I'd kind of already had heard about this, surviving and saw it actually, because I was filming. We've got another video we filmed up the road here just a little ways, and as we drove by, they kind of told me that about this guy that built it in the Hawaiian Blessing.
Yeah.
So tell us about that a little bit.
Well, Justin Narvaez built it, and he's amazing Hawaiian guy and spiritual, obviously. When he was doing the footers, he told me go inside, get 6 pennies, and he did a blessing with each footer for it to hold strong. And the river was way over there. There was no river over here, but it came at it pretty hard. We had a lot of debris piled up on the other side, and ultimately, I guess a tree or something hit hard and pushed the door in.
So do you know exactly where he put the pennies at in these footers that he poured, or did he just get them from you? And
well, before he poured the concrete in, he put the penny in.
Okay.
At the base.
At the base. So we can see here he used some extra thick concrete at the bottom. And the damage on the side is not that bad, but you lost the steps. The only thing you did was lost these steps, and they came down to, I guess, just grass.
Pretty good bit.
Grass area.
They're standing right over here, the steps.
Oh, are they over there?
Yeah, my Cajun friends saved them for me. See what we can do with them later. That's the steps that went all the way out.
So then apparently they didn't wash away. They were
they were piled around Poe.
Okay. And
yep.
So I've seen the destruction that happened in Green River Cove, and I saw houses built on concrete piers way bigger than this, that the houses are completely gone. Some of the piers are still there.
Right.
So
well, it's still hanging strong. I mean, it's wonderful. I appreciate it, because that's my workbench is in there, all my tools organized the way out. Of course, everything went topsy-turvy when the water got in there, but we'll fix it back.
So is this the same flag that was here? The flag made it?
Yeah, but I'll get a new one.
Yeah.
I'll get a new one and a Marine Corps flag up there this time.
So we can see water lines probably right here is what we're looking at, because you can see it more on the inside. So that much water and that much force and all of this debris and trees hitting it.
Part of that is the sand that was left behind. It pushed so much sand up. But I had a bicycle back there, a lawnmower back there, another Adirondack chair back there, big old 6x6 posts over here in a stack. It's probably in South Carolina now.
In South Carolina, yeah.
Yep.
Very possible.
That's all right. Yep.
So it's still a very beautiful area. It just needs to have a little bit of time
magical.
to recover, don't it?
It is. It's magical, and it's home.
Yeah. So you was in the Marine Corps? How many years did you serve in the Marine Corps?
4.
4 years. Well, thank you for your service.
Spent the weekend scuba diving in Okinawa and going to school up in mainland and writing programs for stuff.
So you've been through a few hurricanes already, though, right?
Yeah, I'm from Florida originally. I mean, my family's had a place up here my whole life, but we went through Hurricanes Charlie, Francis, and Jean. That's when I decided to move full-time to the mountains.
To the mountains.
Yeah.
You want to get away from that. What was those like? Did you lose any homes during that? Or?
Well, Hurricane Charlie was the first one, and it hit really hard. A lot of my friends and family lost their homes, their rooftops. Our home was intact, but we lost every tree. They fell like pixie sticks all around there, big old oak trees. But it was enough to get your attention. I decided I'll head for the mountains and stay. This got blessed, the house got blessed from daily prayer, and it is still there. And I just think that matters. My granddaddy's fishing poles are still here. They didn't budge. The horseshoes from where the family barn used to be out here We found those when we were doing a French drain. They're 4 feet deep. And so they're still here.
Were they setting up there during the flood?
Yep.
And they didn't move?
They were. They're still here.
Wow.
My glider rocker took a little trip. It was wrapped up in the whole debris pile that was going up the tree. And amazingly, when my friends from Louisiana and Texas came, they pulled it out and it's not even damaged. So that's kind of neat.
So I'm sure you probably give God the credit and glory for saving
Absolutely.
everything.
And I did pray for more backyard because the storm a couple years ago took a lot of my backyard, but this wasn't what I had in mind. But they say be specific when you pray, so we learn.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky. A lot of people had it far worse than me, so I'm not complaining. I'm grateful that we're here. The house is safe. She shed's safe, and we just clean up.
Yeah.
We'll clean it up.
Amen.
Yep.
Okay, so I can see right here you had a lot of mud or sand or whatever.
Yeah,
that
you'll
came
see
into
up on
here.
the house there was mud up to about here, and my friends that came last week shoveled all this out. And that unit had shifted over here. And
So did it tear the, looks like it would have broke things loose. Has it been
I don't know how it survived. I do not know, but that whole thing was over here, and my friends at Supreme Heat and Air, they always service it, and they put all my ductwork in. This place had no central heat or air or anything when I got here. But they did all that. He put it back together, took the top off, and got mud out of it. And it's working.
It's working.
It's working.
Well, that's a miracle too, right there,
Yeah.
that it survived after
It's
getting
crazy.
moved that much. And
Yep.
so you say there's a porch on the other side, maybe that
Right.
got
Miss
taken
Alice,
off?
that she was a Pearson. That's who lived here for a long, long time, and she made a little stone patio over there, which was great. It had moss growing in between the rocks, and that's not the same anymore. But we'll see if we can revive part of it. It started here. This was all gravel now, but her little garden patio started here, and you'd step down, and all these had, moss. It was just sweet little patio space. I think I shared with you a picture of before. And that went out. You see it better from the other side there, but it went out to the edge by the creek.
Oh,
So
the
that broke
rock.
off.
Okay, yeah, I can see where it's
Yeah.
collapsed down right here.
Yeah. So this area, it used to go on out. It was stone patio. So that's gone, but
So now your basement got a lot of sand, I guess, and
it was muddied up pretty good.
okay, I see them over here working on that now.
Yeah. That table shows you how high the water got.
Okay, in the basement.
Yep.
So that's what they're working on now. So is that, okay, I see the door to it there. Let me come around here just a little bit.
You want to take the water? This is my son, Fitchu, and this is our friend, Katie. And she cracks the whip and keeps us working on our chores because we've got a lot of chores right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have friends, ain't it?
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it looks like this whole part of the road was washed out.
Well, this culvert takes care of Trinity Falls over there,
Okay. Got
which
some-
is now, there's more bare rock there, so it's pretty because I hadn't cleaned the leaves up yet. So it flushed all the leaves off there.
So I know one thing we didn't talk about was you was telling me there's 2 more houses on this road, and there's still no access to them because of trees across. So
Yeah.
were there people actually living in those houses at the time?
Part-time.
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 So,
It's
but
been their family forever and ever.
okay.
And they work so in other places, and so they've the main one, Miles, he's hiked in a couple times and helped me get in ultimately toward the beginning. And yeah, we don't know how we're going to get that clear because they can get back in there.
Still need some trees cut and
Earth move that fell with the trees, a lot of that. So
Right,
we'll
so-
see what we can get done there.
you was talking about
Yeah.
this log or bench you called it. Let's talk about this
My
a minute.
Louisiana, Texas friends, when they were here and moving stuff around, trying to help clean up, they started to put that out on the burn pile. But Crystal and I decided we should have it out here because it's the one spot where you can actually sit and look and not see Armageddon all around you. So it's a good spot to sit. And she had those little rocks sitting there to hold her camera when we did our group shot when they gave me the Louisiana flag. So
Oh, okay.
I haven't moved those rocks.
So I guess that, how did you find out they were coming to help you from there?
I was heading into town. We were staying at a friend's house in town, and I stopped at the Outfitters to grab some takeout. And parked in their overflow spot across the street. And Ryan Griffin, that owns it, was standing there talking to a guy. And he said, that woman right there could use your help. And he introduced me to Jeff Roach, who was the leader of the team helping find where they were needed. And they were going to split into 2 teams ultimately, and they all followed me down. They wanted to see the place, and they got out here and they said they all wanted to stay right here and work on this. So I was really lucky.
So they were debris, what we're seeing sand here, that was all debris that's kind of in
That
that.
sand was piled up here in weird shapes. They moved it and just leveled everything out and hauled branches and trees and stuff over there, and they got the creek flowing right again, going back to the culvert, cleared the culvert so that can stay in its place, because all that, when that tree fell over here, you see that tree stump there.
There's a landslide there, I guess.
That was where the tree was. It
The
pulled
tree,
all that
okay,
down when
I
it came
see.
in. It was a big tree. And it laid across, and it interrupted the flow of the creek somehow and all that. And the culvert filled in with rocks and stuff, and
And the tree didn't hit your house.
not a branch.